Well, good morning, West Ham fans. Has the deadline fate date been made for Moyes? So, a very good Tuesday morning to you, everyone. I hope you're safe and well. I'm going to talk about David Moyes. It's an unusual thing to talk about, but it does seem, according to reports, that the deadline has been set for David Moyes' fate to be sealed. We know that the club have been quite adamant that they will be respecting the contract and won't be entering any negotiations or discussing anything until the end of the season. And indeed, that was the same narrative that David Moyes has been plugging for the last couple of months. Whether there is a contract on the table or not, we don't know. I personally, again, through my just no contact, just my own personal reading of the situation, is there probably is, but it's not what Moyes wants. Otherwise, he'd have signed it, which to me exemplifies the point about this new way of managing the team, coaching the team. So the next person to come in will be a head coach rather than a manager, and Tim Steiner will basically, that new head coach will have to report to Tim Steiner, and that's not the way Moyes likes to operate. So that's it. That's it. Basically, it seems. But according to Claret and Hugh, Dave stated that the meeting and the decision will take place before the season ticket renewal deadline day finishes. It's meant to close on the 3rd of June. Technically, Moyes' contract runs until the 30th of June, I believe. And the idea is after the last game of the season, as it says there, the 19th, Man City away. I'll be in Dubai. Thanks for asking. I'll be watching it with the Dubai Hammers and Dave over there. Then from the Monday to apparently the 31st of May, that's when they're looking to book the meeting in. I would hope it's Monday or Tuesday, to be honest, because we've got a lot of things to happen. We've got a lot of decisions to make on the playing staff, and a lot of decisions made on the playing staff, particularly from the academy and stuff like that, is dependent on whether David Moyes is going to be in charge next season or not. Is he going to be in the dugout? That's what we've heard. The fact is that some are reluctant. Some of the academy players are reluctant to sign new deals because of the lack of first team, options and advantages for the academy players moving in. Obviously, we've seen a little bit towards the end. George Earthy's getting a few more minutes and stuff, but still, it does seem that there's a lot of almost a bit like a lot of players. I think us as well seem to be treading water a little bit. Not really knowing where to go or how to react. And again, a lot of season ticket holders are not renewing yet until they find out who's going to be in the dugout, which is fair enough. I also think maybe the uptake in season ticket renewals isn't all because of Moyes. Travis, we put the narrative out that people put it out there. It is all because of Moyes. There is a cost of living crisis at the moment, and people have got a lot less money than they had 12 months ago. So I think that's part of the reason. But also, I'm not surprised that if you are choosing where to put your money, you want to be entertained for your money, isn't it? And so you can see why a majority of people haven't renewed just yet. But apparently, the decision will be made on before the 3rd of June, which randomly goes against what we're saying in terms of seeing out his contract. So are they going to pay out the rest of that last month if they get rid of him on the 3rd of June? I don't know. In a slight twist of fate, potentially, we had last week. It was all about Ruben Amorim. He's coming. Brilliant. And then he's flying over. No, he's not. He is. Oh, it's a mistake. I'm sorry. The timing was all wrong. I didn't get the Liverpool job, and now I'm really sorry. So sorry, Sporting Lisbon. But apparently, according to reports let me tell you exactly where the report was. In Record, in Portugal, page 2 of yesterday's paper, in case anyone has a copy. West Ham sent out delegates to Portugal to watch the Porto versus Sporting clash. The report highlighted how, in the aftermath of us meeting with Amorim, the club sent someone to Estadio de Dragão, which is the Porto ground, I believe, to take notes. So maybe the Amorim deal might not be dead. Or maybe we're there on a scouting mission because we've been heavily linked with the Sporting winger Pedro Goncalves as well. Or both. Who knows? Who knows? In other news, Aaron Cresswell has rejected a 1-year deal, which doesn't really surprise me, to be honest. I think I was more surprised we've offered him a 1-year deal. Cresswell will likely leave at the end of the summer when his contract runs over, 3 days short of his 10th year. It's believed he's going to go up top north, with Wolves a potential destination. Obviously, he was very close to joining Wolves before they couldn't afford him. And then what's his name left? Lopetegui left, didn't he? So he could be reunited with Craig Dawson. Ipswich also, particularly if they get promoted, although it's a bit more north than Stratford, but not as north as Wolves, with a potential, not swap deal as such, but with Cress going to Ipswich, us taking up an option and putting a bid in potentially for their left back, Leif Davis. Elsewhere in the Championship, we're being heavily linked with Jacob. What's his surname? I always forget his surname. What's his surname? Jacob Greaves, the Hull City central defender as well. Ahead of the transfer window. So yeah, interesting. Again, I think it was in Football Insiders up to 6 signings we could be making in the summer, with homegrowns being a main focus, particularly as a number of homegrowns will be leaving. Cresswell for one, Ben Johnson potentially, Divine and Barmer as well. So they could be leaving, and obviously that heavily affects our quota. So yeah, I think we know it's going to be busy, and the only way you can make sure you don't miss anything is subscribing to the West Ham Network. As soon as we get the latest news, reviews, and opinions, we'll give them to you straight away. So take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. See you soon. Much love. Irons!